Lucky to be here today. There are lots of very smiley faces, lovely grounds, lovely weather. You couldn't have asked to be in a better location this afternoon. But I'm just going to take a few minutes now to talk about the real reason that we've all come together here. Penny Brohn UK has been supporting people living with cancer for almost 40 years, 37 years in fact, and they are the UK's leading provider of the Bristol whole life approach, which many of you will have first-hand experience of or will know someone who has benefited hugely from it. And it recognises that cancer affects every part of our lives and that we need more than just medicine. Laura and I were talking about this poster here, and I think that sums up exactly what is on offer here, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. A cancer diagnosis can be shocking and life-changing, and Penny Brohn UK helps people take back some of that control of their health and their well-being, and to live as well as they can with the impacts of such a terrible diagnosis. Over 2.5 million people are living with or beyond cancer in the UK, and with this charity's help, more people are learning to make positive and lasting changes to their health and well-being. If you don't know what the Bristol Whole Life approach does, it is a unique combination of physical, psychological, emotional and spiritual support offered through a range of information, self-help techniques and therapies, all offered here. And this is why it's so important that we continue to support the work of Penny Brohn UK, and that's because it's all free. Everything that people can access here is free of charge, and that, to me, and knowing what goes on here, is absolutely incredible. Your generosity here will make a huge difference, and I think the fact that people who can come here with such a terrible diagnosis and have access to such incredible support without having to worry about any financial implications is an enormously positive one. It is open to all adults in the UK affected by cancer, and just importantly, their supporters as well. And I'm just going to outline a few of the things on offer and what that means. There's a treatment support clinic here, there is residential and single-day courses on offer, there is support information, a dedicated helpline which is staffed by trained volunteers, and there are nutrition courses as well, community-based support groups, and there are of course those vital one-to-one sessions with trained counsellors, and that's what we're really trying to fund today. To highlight just what Penny Brohn UK does and what is on offer, I'd just like to invite someone who has first-hand experience of the services here, and that's Laura.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you so much to Penny Brohn and all the events team for inviting me here today. I feel completely honoured and privileged to share this day with you, and also to share the day with Megan and Harry as well. I hope they're having a great time wherever they are. I'm going to share my story, and I'm going to tell you why I think Penny Brohn is an absolutely fantastic and outstanding charity that I think everyone should be able to access. We have a family motto, I'm not sure if anyone else does, but our family motto is one life, live it. And that's something we've always kind of stuck by throughout our life. And so I kind of took it quite literally. I was like, well, one life, live it, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try and do everything I can in life because anything is possible. So I travelled the world. I taught in Australia, America, and recently in South Korea. And when I came back, I was a bit passionate about sports. So my sports are scuba diving, skiing and surfing, and I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so I like to go really, really fast. If anyone's a skier in the room, I like to go as fast as I can, 100 miles an hour down slope. So that's how I live my life, quite fast paced. So it really kind of struck me in January 2016, when life was just getting a bit slow. I was getting a bit frustrated. I was like, why can't I just do the things like I used to do? And my friends would bring me up and go, Laura, do you want to come for a drink? And I'd be like, I'm just tired. And like, telling your friends you're tired just isn't a great excuse. I'm just tired. I was going to bed about 6 o'clock and I thought, this is not right. I couldn't train. I couldn't even drink alcohol. And that was a bit frustrating. I was like, this isn't right. And I like my drink. And my partner would take me out for food. And she would say, Laura, I spent loads of money on this food. Why can't you eat it? You just wasted money. And I was like, and I also love food. And I was like, I just can't eat my food and I don't know why. And so I knew something was wrong. So I kept going to the GP, and I kept saying, I'm really sorry, but something's just not right. You know, I'm feeling tired, I can't eat, something's not right. And I went back, and back, and back, and I got misdiagnosed, when suddenly I realised that things were getting a bit worse. And my resting heart rate was 120 beats per minute, and Now, I'm not saying I was a great athlete, but I know that a good athlete is about 72 beats per minute, and mine was not that. It was 120, 130 lying down. So I thought, right, time to go in now and try and sort this out. And I realised I was getting night sweats and fevers. And also, I'm 36, so I thought, I'm not sure, maybe it's early menopause, I'm not sure, but so I was really kind of struggling. So I went in, and they told me that I had pneumonia and fluid of the lung and a collapsed lung. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to deal with that, that's great. And then suddenly I couldn't breathe, so I kind of stumbled into A&E, got into A&E, and all the kind of lights were going off. And the doctor said, right, we need to do a PET scan here. And I'm not sure, I know people have been in this room have been affected by cancer, and I know that we've all got dates. And my date is the 20th of April, 2016. And that's the date where the doctor came up to me and said, Laura, we know what it is, you've got cancer. And I was just like, right, okay, you've got cancer in your neck, your spleen, your stomach, your aorta, your pelvis, and it's aggressive, and you need chemotherapy 5 days' time, you're going to lose your hair, I don't think you're going to be able to have children. So I was just like, right, that's a lot of information to take on the 20th of April 2016, quite a lot. And I was actually quite concerned about my hair, because I quite like my hair. I had quite long blonde hair at the time, and that was kind of my, you know, as a woman, that was my kind of like piece. I loved my hair. So I was like, right, okay, so 5 days' time, I'm starting chemo, right, okay, what can I do? Because I want to live. I want to live, I want to stay, I want to be here as long as I can. What can I do? And I was really desperate, like I was desperate. So I was firing questions, because I'm a PE teacher, so I love health. I love health, I love exercise, I love nutrition. So I was firing questions at the doctor. I was like, so what can I eat? You know, like I want to eat, you know, everything I can. They were like, well, you can eat whatever you want really, and if you want a chocolate donut, have one. And I was like, right, okay. And I was like, can I exercise? And they were like, no, just listen to your body and rest. They're like, right, okay. And I was like, look, I really, really want to see a nutritionist. Like, I'm desperate here. It's like my passion in life. Like, I love health and well-being. It's like what I am. And I was like, can I see a nutritionist? And they just said, Laura, you're not sick enough to see one. And I was devastated. Like, I was completely lost. I was lost, I was lonely, I was vulnerable, and I just needed some help. And that's when a friend of mine, and I've had amazing support from family and friends, gave me this book. And it's the Nutritious Cancer Care Cookbook from Penny Brohn. And she said, Laura, have you heard of Penny Brohn? And I went, no one's given me anything from the hospital. I've not heard about Penny Brohn. She said, well, it's meant to be fantastic. They've got specialists, they've got an outside facility, it's all free, it's funded, they've got treatment, you know, you need to check it out. And actually, when I picked up this book, because I got asked, how did you know about Penny Brohn? At the back it says, don't worry, help is at hand. And I can't tell you how many hands have actually helped me at Penny Brohn. I am completely bowled over by this charity. They are absolutely outstanding, fascinating, unique, special. The day I walked in here, I almost did a sigh of relief, like, this is what I wanted, this is where I should be, because I was so struggling, and everyone was so kind. And actually, one of the nurses, Susie, looked at me and she actually smiled, and I was like, and she sat and had a cup of tea and had a chat, and I was like, gosh, I've just been wanting that. I've just been wanting to have a chat and just tell someone, like, you know, how I'm doing, and that's what Susie did. Dr. Zollman, fantastic lady. I've got the utmost respect for her. She has been brilliant ever since I met her. Even to this day, she is so supportive. I think she's fab. I also had acupuncture here before my chemo, because I'm not as fast paced as I used to be. I'm a bit slower now, but I'm a little bit ADD, and I needed to calm my mind and body before chemo, so I came here for acupuncture. But one of the things I did do is the Live and Well course. Now I'm really focused on the physical and the nutrition, but the emotional side I didn't really tackle. And actually the Live and Well course, wow, that really kind of like broke me a little bit. It kind of opened me up, and it really kind of went deep. And actually I needed it. I know today we are all here for Penny Brohn, supporting Penny Brohn for the counselling. And I know it's Mental Health Awareness Week. And I can't say how that helped me, because I didn't want to show my family and friends and partner what I was really going through. But actually, when I went to counselling, I did counselling from first week I was only meant to have 6, and the counsellor said, I think you need more. So I was like, okay. I can't tell you how I needed that, because sometimes I just wanted to close the door and have a cry, and I didn't want to do that in front of my parents, or my partner, or my friends, or my family, and that's what that counselling brought to me, was an outlet and a release. Now, I know we're all here today to raise funds for counselling. If we manage to raise £12,000, that supports 240 counselling sessions. I think that is amazing, and I really hope that we could work towards that today, because it really helped me. And I would like it to help many more people that have been affected by cancer. I'm just going to say where I am now. Penny Brohn has helped me here, plus lots of other people, but Penny Brohn has been a massive catalyst in my recovery, because I needed more than just the treatment. I needed the whole life approach. I needed the physical, the mental, spiritual, and the emotional. That's what I needed, and they gave it to me. No one else did, they did. So that's why I'm stood here today, and I want to say a massive thank you from the bottom of my heart to Penny Brohn, because thank you guys for what you've done for me, and I know that you will do it for many more people. I'm 2 years in remission now. I'm back teaching, which is great. I still live life, which is good. I'm not as fast paced as I used to be. I'm not 100 miles an hour anymore. I'm a little bit slower. But I also now volunteer, because I want to give back, because I realise how it's important to help other people affected by cancer. So I volunteer for Cancer Research UK. I facilitate courses for the Lymphoma Association, and I run a support group called Eat, Move, Glow in Bath. For me, Penny Brohn, you are amazing, and I just want to say thank you one more time. So thank you. To say, on your tables you've got Laura's pledge, and if you could just, however much you can do, if you could fill in your details on the back and donate today, because everything is worth it. So thank you very much.